What happens when we die? It's one of the oldest questions known to humanity. Is death the end, or is it simply a transition? For centuries, this enigma has perplexed philosophers, scientists, and spiritual seekers alike. But what if we told you that cutting-edge research is beginning to shed new light on the mystery of consciousness after death? In this video, we'll explore the latest studies and theories that might just prove that death is not the end. To understand the possibility of consciousness beyond death, we must first explore the nature of consciousness itself. Scientists generally agree that consciousness arises from the complex interactions within our brains. But recent studies suggest that consciousness may not be solely confined to the brain. Some researchers propose that it could be a fundamental aspect of the universe, much like gravity or electromagnetism. This idea challenges our traditional understanding and opens up new avenues of exploration. Let's take a closer look. One compelling area of study is near-death experiences. Millions of people from around the world have reported vivid and transformative experiences while clinically dead or near death. These accounts often include out-of-body sensations, encounters with deceased loved ones, and profound feelings of peace and enlightenment. While skeptics argue that these experiences are simply the result of oxygen deprivation or brain malfunction, many scientists are beginning to consider the possibility that these experiences might give us a glimpse into what happens to our consciousness near and after death. Let's examine some of the most compelling cases. Case 1: Pam Reynolds' near-death experience. One of the most well-documented cases of NDE is that of Pam Reynolds, a woman who underwent a rare type of brain surgery called a standstill operation. During the surgery, her body was cooled to a temperature of around 60 degrees Fahrenheit 15 degrees Celsius. Her heart was stopped, and her brain waves were flatlined. Despite the absence of blood flow and oxygen, Reynolds reported experiencing a vivid NDE, which included feeling of floating above her body, seeing a bright light and a tunnel, encountering deceased loved ones, feeling a sense of peace and joy. Reynolds' experience was remarkable because it occurred while her brain was in a state of flatline, with no measurable brain activity. This has led some researchers to suggest that consciousness may not be solely dependent on brain activity. Case 2: The case of Tony Cicoria. Tony Cicoria, a musician and surgeon, suffered a severe case of Guillain-Barré syndrome, a rare autoimmune disorder that causes nerve damage. As a result, he became paralyzed and lost all sensation in his body. During a period of near coma, Cicoria reported experiencing an NDE, which included feeling of being outside his body, seeing a tunnel and a bright light, encountering a being of light, feeling a sense of peace and acceptance. Cicoria's experience was significant because it occurred in the absence of any apparent brain activity, leading some researchers to suggest that consciousness may be more resilient than previously thought. Case 3: The case of Dr. Eben Alexander. Dr. Eben Alexander, a neurosurgeon, contracted a rare form of bacterial meningitis that put him in a coma for 7 days. During this time, he reported experiencing a profound NDE, which included feeling of being in a realm beyond the physical world, seeing a vast, interconnected web of consciousness, encountering a sense of oneness with the universe, feeling a sense of peace and joy. Alexander's experience was remarkable because it occurred in the context of a medical setting, where his brain activity was being monitored and recorded. His NDE was so profound that it led him to reevaluate his own understanding of consciousness and the nature of reality. Another fascinating perspective comes from the world of quantum mechanics. Some scientists, like physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, propose that microtubules within neurons might act as quantum processors, allowing for a form of quantum computing in the brain. According to their theory, known as orchestrated objective reduction, (OR), consciousness could persist even when the brain is no longer functioning, potentially surviving death. This theory suggests that consciousness is deeply intertwined with the fabric of reality itself. The Global Consciousness Project, led by Dr. Roger Nelson, monitors random number generators around the world. Their findings suggest that these devices exhibit anomalous behavior during significant global events, indicating a possible collective consciousness that extends beyond individual minds. If true, this could imply that consciousness operates on a broader scale, transcending individual physical boundaries. This project adds another layer to the mystery of consciousness and its potential continuance. The continuity hypothesis posits that consciousness is not created by the brain, but rather interacts with it. This means that consciousness could exist independently of the physical body and continue after death. This hypothesis aligns with many spiritual traditions and personal testimonies. Could it be true that these ancient beliefs are closer to reality than modern science? Could they be pointing to a truth that science is only now beginning to explore? One groundbreaking area of research is the study of terminal lucidity, a phenomenon where patients with severe brain disorders suddenly regain clarity and consciousness shortly before death. This unexpected return of awareness challenges our understanding of how consciousness operates and suggests that there might be more to discover about the mind's resilience and its potential to exist beyond the physical body. As we continue to explore the nature of consciousness, the line between science and spirituality may blur, leading us to new insights into what it means to be alive and what it means to die. Whether consciousness continues after death remains one of the greatest mysteries of our time, but with each new discovery, we move one step closer to understanding the true nature of our existence. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this video interesting, like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay safe and continue to be blessed.